I was joking, one thing I don't get to do enough. I'm glad it make you mad that I...
Y'all already know what it is, man. It's Jay Williams. I'm back. It's Let's Live Life, where we dedicate our days, our thoughts, and everything we do to just living the best life. You know, it's dedicated to those that aren't where they want to be, are heading in the direction they want to be, and they know that it's possible to just live your best life. So before we start, I need y'all to go ahead and do everything that makes YouTube what it is. Like or don't like, I don't care. Hit one of the thumbs so I know. Leave a comment, subscribe, and there's a little bell. See the little bell? Look, like right there. That little bell, hit that bell. That way when I drop something, you will know. So look, let's jump into it. This is my weekly rant, where I just talk about shit that pisses me off, man. Where I try to help somebody, where I try to kick some knowledge in hopes of helping the next person and making the world just a little less dumb. So this week it's my own worst enemy. Now let me break that down to you. What is being your worst enemy? That is you doing all the things to you that you don't need, you don't want, and that you would expect to be done to you by your own worst enemy. You know, it's clear. I am covered in tattoos. I have a whole neck sleeve, a full shirt. My legs are done from my knees down. The top of my thighs are done. Like, I'm a tatted up dude. And one of my favorite tattoos is just one of the most simple. It's this little piece of paper on my back. It's like a little, you know, looks like a kid's Post-it note. And on it says, Lord, protect me from my friends. I can handle my enemies. Which means with your enemies, you know what to expect. You know what's coming. You know what they want to do. But a lot of times our friends become our enemies, and we don't know that until it happens. They're the ones we have to watch out for. But what happens when you become the person that is causing yourself all this pain, all this drama, all this trouble, financial stress, you know, stress with the courts, stress with the girl, the baby mama, you know, stress with other guys, whatever it may be. What happens when you are the reason that's happening? What can you do? You know, if we look at our lives, and I say this looking at mine, majority of the bad things I've been through in life, I was to blame for. I was a victim of my own stupidity, of my, you know, macho way of thinking, of my wanting to be the man, of my caring what others thought of me. I was a victim of that. And that was all my fault. We do things at times that hurt no one but ourselves. You know, it's a no-brainer that if you're a hustler, you sell drugs, you should only ride around with what you're selling. Now, I'm not promoting selling drugs to anybody that's young watching this. Don't sell drugs. Go to school. Do something with your life. Don't be a loser. And if you're a drug dealer, I didn't just call you a loser, but hey, it is what it is. Selling drugs is bad. But that goes to tell you, you should not ride around with a whole bunch of stuff, and then when you get pulled over for whatever reason, be mad at everybody else. Like they put that in your car. Like when they walked out your door, they handed it to you and told you to drive with it. If you're out here putting on for everybody, trying to shine for everybody, wanting to be noticed by everybody, don't be surprised when they notice your ass. And don't be surprised if you get noticed by the wrong people. This ain't Major League Baseball. This ain't the NBA. This ain't the NFL. When you get drafted out here, you might get drafted by some serious goons. And they're going to come for what's theirs and leave you with nothing. Don't do things today that you're going to regret tomorrow. Think things through. Have a plan before you go into something. Stop and think. Is what I'm about to do really worth the outcome? And if the answer is yes, and you strongly believe that, then do it. Just be ready for the consequences. Just know that, you know, Newton's law says that for every action, there's an action of, you know, equal force or greater action. You know, if you push, something pushes back. So just know that your actions come with, you know, reactions. They come with consequences. Don't be that guy. You know, I went to prison, and in the beginning I was like, oh, this person snitched on me, this person snitched on me, this person snitched on me. And then as I got older, I realized, had I sat my dumb ass down somewhere and not been out here trying to be, you know, the snowman, El Chapo, and all those things put in one, I wouldn't have had to deal with that. Had I have, you know, just been a responsible man going to work every day like I do now, had I been a father like I am now, had I been everything that I know I could be like I am now, there would have been nothing to tell. These days, I don't stress, because anything I do, I'm willing to wear. Which means if I'm doing something I'm not supposed to be doing, I've already thought out the consequence and the reward. If the consequence is greater than the reward, I'm not going to do it. Now in life, sometimes we have to go through things and we have to do things to get where we want to be. Does that make sense to you? Did I say that right? We have to go through things to get where we want to be. We may have to sacrifice. We may have to give up things that we don't want to give up. But if that's what you want, that's what you have to do. You just make sure that you make the right sacrifices, that you do everything for the right reason, and that the reward is greater than the risk. So that's it, man. To all you dudes, you females, anyone out there that's constantly getting shitted on, look at what you're doing in your day-to-day. Look at what you did to lead you there. If you didn't do anything, then hey, you're a small percentage of the people that fall into the victim category. But if you did do something that ultimately led you to where you ended up, think next time before you move forward. Once something continues to happen, it's no longer an accident or a mistake. That's called a habit. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. So y'all know what it is, man. As always, this is Jay Williams. Let's live life. It's all my real ones out there watching, and I hope there's a lot of real ones left that cut from the same, cut from a different cloth type of people. And to y'all, I salute.
A while back was an alcoholic. Had a mental breakdown like a year ago. Came close to put me in a coffin.